Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of my journey to Platinum. Now in this game we actually got put into our secondary role, which is support, so you'll actually see I'm playing Leona here. Now lane is Jin Leona against an Israel Bard. So they're going to poke us out heavier, but we are going to have the better engage. So we'll just have to see how that goes. Now we are going to start off with our health potions and probably our steel shoulder guards, because we are the AD thing, and somehow they already killed our Jin, so I guess he's just not really paying attention, and he did also waste his heal, unfortunately. But hey, that's just the cards that we're dealt at the start of this game, unfortunately. Hopefully he sort of picks it back up and we can come back into this. Looking at the team comps, they have some mixed damage, we have some mixed damage as well. Most of our AP, in fact all of our AP, it's just from the Malzahar, but we will obviously have a lot of on-hit with our Shin as well. I'm not Shin, sorry, with that Master Yi. Whereas they do have their AP from Talia, they do have some AP damage from Bard, and a bit of mixed damage from Israel as well. So we're going to start our Q here, because that's generally what you want to start on Leona, and nothing is really happening at the moment. So we'll just get 3 autos off there. The thing you can do with Leona is auto Q auto, just to get the 3 immediate autos off. Which actually means you can immediately take wards as well if you weren't aware of that. So heading into lane now, the Israel did get the kill and the Jin did die, which puts the Israel quite a bit of gold ahead even in the early game. So just something to be aware of. Maybe this Jin, yeah, I'm not really sure if this Jin knows what he's doing too much, because he is sort of just walking up and taking free poke. And he is just sort of auto pushing the wave, which isn't really something he wants to be doing, I feel like. But it's okay, we'll just have to deal with it. We'll move these potions around in my inventory a little bit. I will use one of my potions here. Now we can't really do anything because they hit level 2 first. And we're in a bit of an awkward position because of how Jin played the early lane. Unfortunately their top lane Pantheon also did get a kill there. So we will get our E here. Not that we can really go in because they do have more minions than us and they are way higher health. I will go in here though and just get a bit of damage off on him there. Get some more damage off on him. And Jin will manage to hit him with a W. Unfortunately I did take a lot of damage on the way out of that trade from the Bard, but that's okay. Just trying to let the Jin know that I am wanting to actually engage and I am wanting to go in. Hopefully he can get a bit of health back first though. Now I want to get this cannon minion, but I feel like I'm going to take a lot of damage for it. So we'll just have to see if I'm actually able to do that. I can get it, but as expected I did take a lot of damage for it. Jin is really chunked out, and he just died. Okay, so this Jin is very bad, and which is going to make this game pretty awkward for me. And unfortunately the Pantheon is just destroying the Shin as well. So it looks like this game is going to be very hard for us to win with how the early game is going. Honestly I think my Jin and my Shin will probably be pretty tilted, and it looks like Yi is just going to kill himself here. Okay, so it doesn't look like he's actually going to die from that, thank goodness. We'll get a couple of, only one of these minions. Okay, so my plan here will be to try and get, there it is. My plan here will be to try and get mobility boots and potentially help the Malzahar, because the rest of the map is just completely losing. But there's not really a lot we can do about that. Talia's up there somewhere, so just let them know. So for my mobility boots I need 1,000 gold. In my rooms I haven't taken magical footwear, so I can just immediately rush those, which is good. So unfortunately with this 80 carry gap, as I said, there's not really a lot I can do down here, so just hoping that we can sort of chill out a little bit. Unfortunately I did get dragged into the tower a little bit there. Now, into this ward. Looks like Jin is killing himself again, which he is. Can I save him? No, unfortunately I cannot. I can flash over that wall and try and get out. Oh. that did end up working out. So hopefully the E will help me to actually push this wave in, but it doesn't look like he's going to. And I can't push that wave in now, so I have to just leave, unfortunately. Okay, so I'm going to go back. Can't really afford my mobility boots right away, unfortunately. So what I will do is just go for this, go for the boots, and then head back to lane. I think very unlucky early start, but the Yi has got a couple of kills, so hopefully he will be able to carry in the late game, because the Pantheon will fall off. It is a Garen mid, so as long as he doesn't get too far ahead, then the Malzahar should be able to take care of him. And then, yeah, the spot lane could be a bit of an issue though. Surprisingly, the Jhin is actually ahead in CS somehow. I don't really know how that's a thing, but I won't complain about it. And this is our last biscuit as well. So we have to be aware of that. We won't have the ability to sustain as well as we would have. This Pantheon is just getting ridiculously far ahead of the Shen, which is very unlucky. Looks like something's going on in the mid lane, but nothing too big of a deal. The Israel just decided to jump in there. Unfortunately, the Jhin is just really not aware of what I'm doing with my support item, so I miss out on getting that cannon. No, I don't want to walk up too far and get stunned by the bard. Okay, we'll take one of these minions. Here we go. And okay, I'm just going to back off there. Okay, that was a pretty decent engage there. Just stun him up and go. So we are actually managing to pull that back a little bit. Just ping this cannon to let Jhin know that I am going to be able to get it. Ooh, that was close. Okay, so I actually should have been able to get that Talia as well. Maybe I should have just immediately ulted for her. But oh well. Now the Talia is very low on mana. So did they ward this bush? I think they potentially warded that bush. So I won't try anything too funny. And we can't really do anything to the Talia even if we stop her back there, so I just won't worry about it. And we will just try and run out of here before the bard stuns us. Not very good, the Pantheon is also on a rampage now. I will sit in this bush to try and help the Jhin maybe, if he'll stick around. But it doesn't look like he wants to. Looks like he just wants to leave. So I will come over here with the Yi in case anything funny happens. But nothing too big of a deal there. So now we will run up towards the mid lane. Because it looks like Talia is going to try something. Oh, can Malzahar auto? Okay. He doesn't actually have ult, that was my bad, I thought he did. A little unfortunate there, but we will just stick around this mid lane now, just in case they try to dive Malzahar. So he has that in just over half a minute. So what we will do is just give him some of our stacks, except he walked too far away for me to actually give him that one. So I guess we won't give him that. And I will just back here, get my mobility boots, and then try and run back on down the bot lane, because it looks like Jhin is starting to potentially do something. Or maybe I will try and get this Garen first. Oh, didn't quite make it in time for that, unfortunately. Alright, so now I will actually back. Perhaps I should have just carried on with the back there. But that's okay. Now we'll pick up these mobility boots and pick up a ruby crystal and then book it on down to bot lane. Looks like Malzahar is going down there to try something out. Okay, and they should be able to get the bard here. I don't see any reason why they wouldn't be able to get him. And can they get the Israel? They can definitely do a lot of damage to him, but it doesn't look like they're going to be able to get him. Pantheon is going to get another kill, or another 2 kills by the looks of it. Very unfortunate, so we're just going to have to try and rely on our Malzahar and Yi scaling into the late game, I suppose. But hey. We are still in this game, even if it's not looking the best. I'm going to take a little bit of hope from these earlier, nothing too much that we can't handle. These minions are all aggroing us, unfortunately. Now I do really want to dive on this Israel, but he will still have a... Okay. We are going to take a bit of damage from them there, unfortunately, without my E landing. We'll just sit in this bush here though, and let the Jin know that I have ult and ignite. Okay, the Shen is going to ult me as well. Oh, a little unfortunate there. I will just run over this way. Okay. And I will just stun him there with my flash, see if we can get anything out of it. Probably not, but whatever. Okay, we'll just eat those as well to help them do extra damage. Now I do just need to leave, and like this top lane is going very badly. Ooh. Okay. Unfortunately the Garen got too much movement speed there for me to do anything. Nearly managed to land the E on him, but unfortunately just out of range of it. Now going to get a shutdown on the Talia there. I just need to get some more health and mana back. So we are going for the engages where we can, and yeah, unfortunately it's just the enemy team are a wee bit ahead at the moment, so we just have to hope that we're able to come back. This Pantheon has just been destroying Shen far too much at the moment, and yeah, top lane is really going not very well. So I will just stick around mid lane at the moment and try and help the Malzahar out. It looks like he's just pushing and leaving. So I will run back down to bot lane and see if I can do anything down there. Leave a ward over here, and I will leave a ward in the dragon pit as well. And just let them know that I'm on my way. So we will just walk up to him. Shouldn't need to ult him. Just stun him again. And yes, good, Shen did get that. Okay, so we will help the Shen push this wave out. We can just try and do something here to debarge. But unfortunately too many people down here. Can't really do anything there, but Jin might be able to snipe the Bard. No, because he's just going to get jumped on by the Garen. Oof, very unlucky game at the moment. Okay, will we get the Talia at least? It doesn't. Okay, we will get the Talia, but the rest of us will die for it. Overall, not very good, obviously. But there's not really too much we can do in that situation as a Leona. We will just run back down to bot lane though, because the dragon is up, and that will be what they go for next. And it looks like I forgot to mute everyone, but I will do that in a second, because I don't want to accidentally walk into them. We'll just go on the Pantheon. See if we can get in here. Probably not, but we will try. No, unfortunately not. And the Shen ult was a little bit late. I'm not sure if he had it earlier, or whether it just came up. But yeah, unfortunately he couldn't do anything to help me out there. Potentially a bit of a tilt engage from my end. But yeah. Just very unlike overall. And Jin's just killed himself by walking that way. Or not. I guess he's gonna live. But it looks like the Master Yi should get the Israel here, as long as all goes well. Good. They didn't actually go for the dragon, which is a little bit surprising. But I guess, hey, good for us. I am going to book it down here. I do have ult. Talia somehow managed to miss the Master Yi when he was just sitting still. But again, not something I'm going to complain about. So now we can try and get this dragon. Because the Yi did manage to just kill the jungler as well. Now this is what we sort of have to rely on, is our Yi being an unkillable monster. We'll just try and... Good, we did manage to do this. We'll just stun them both here. Stun off again, try and save the Yi. Can't do that. Can we hit Garen? No, we can't, and we will just walk away from him. Because we are probably not going to be able to get him. The Israel is around here somewhere, but he's too far away for me to engage on. And let's see, can we get the Garen? Oh, okay, we just missed. But probably a good thing that we missed there, because he probably would have just killed me. Can't get any of these either, because they're just dying too quickly. Okay, we will manage to... Oh, or will we not? Okay, we will manage to get the Garen there because the Malzahar flashing in. So overall, not too horrible. But, oh, okay, never mind. The Malzahar died for that as well, unfortunately. We nearly got our mythic item, but not quite. See if Yi can try and get anything here. Probably a better idea to just leave it, but he's going in, so he's probably just straight up dead here. Which he is. Unlucky. Shin also didn't have ult up, so he couldn't even try anything there. Honestly, what the Yi should have done there is just leave it. But that's okay. I engaged a little bit too hard as well. So, overall, we're just all not playing super well at the moment. The Jhin has come back a little bit, and thank goodness he has gone for the Gale Force build, because that is a little bit of a better scaling one. Pantheon is 9 and 1. I'm not sure if that's how Jhin really wants to use the Gale Force though, because it is an execute. So it would have been better to use it in that sort of manner. And there's no way that he was going to get the kill on the Israel there either, so... But oh well. Now we will just back F around with the item, because we can get it. And passively this Locket of the Iron Solari also gives us an extra 2 Iron Magic Resist from every other legendary item that we managed to complete. Next we will be going into our Zeke's Convergence, and we will probably be attaching that to the Yi, because he will do the most damage with it, I think. Normally you would want to attach it to your AD carry, but let's face it, in this situation, probably not a good idea. Hopefully Yi will be able to catch up to that Garen, but it doesn't look like he will. So I will just head up towards mid lane because Jhin looks like he's in a spot of bother. And there is someone around here. I'm in a bit of an awkward spot, and it is Bard. So we will just go for him. Okay. Okay, so Jhin will actually unfortunately die there. Yi will get him, but I will die, and so will you. Very unlucky game here, unfortunately. 12 kills ahead, and probably quite a lot of gold. The Pantheon is just too far ahead. The Garen is getting to the point where he is too tanky for us to really do too much to. And Israel is just too safe. So, yeah, not really a lot we can do, unfortunately. We did really try to do the best that we could this game, but unfortunately it's just not working out. I don't want to say we're 100% out of the game yet, even though it's looking very bleak. But, yeah, as I said, looking very bleak, so I will try and go in here just to get the Talia, but we'll stun him under there, but yeah, both of us are just going to die for that. Hopefully the Yi can pick up a kill, but again, unfortunately not. Just very unlucky overall. They can't end the game there though, so that still means that we're in it. Yi does have 11 kills, so... Oh, that was not a good flash from Shin there. And he may have just given them the game there, because now they can just chase onto the Malzahar as well. Oh, looks like Malzahar is going to make it out somehow miraculously. But we also have super minions now coming into our base, which we are not really equipped to deal with. But, again, we just have to try and deal with what we've been given. Deal with the cards, or the hand that we've been dealt. They are going to TP down to the bot lane, and that will be the Pantheon. But it looks like we are going to TP down there as well. Bard is around the dragon area. Something to be aware of. The Pantheon could just completely kill the Shen. We are going to jump on him there though. Yi should be able to just absolutely demolish him here. Oh, never mind. Yeah, that just went horribly wrong because of the Bard ult. And yeah, I think that is probably game, because they can just push him through the mid lane. Honestly, they should just run up the mid lane in the game now, because Jhin and Shen aren't going to be able to defend it from all 5 of them. Pantheon is far too ahead. Our Shen is 1 in 13. And yeah, just overall a very unfortunate game that we weren't able to set up enough things for Jin is not him. The Garen is just going to flash on top of our Jin. And also stride breaker him. Surprisingly he didn't manage to kill him. I really thought he would have there, but oh well. So we'll just go on here because honestly we aren't coming out of this game winning it. So we'll just try and get some of their cooldowns off. It will cost me my flash and definitely not worth it. But at this point, you know, what are we going to do to bring this game back? Yeah, we'll just go on Pantheon here because he did jump on the Jin under the tower. I will ignite him, but again, not too much to do. The Yi is just going to get stunned up and killed. The point and click CC from Pantheon is just really nothing that Yi can do. He needs to have QSS, but he just doesn't have that at the moment. Instead he decided to go with the Caulfields and some armor, which, yeah, not the best option, not the best idea. But, oh well, that is just how it is. We will just surrender actually. I mean, the game's going to end, so there's not really any point in us surrendering or not surrendering, it's just not going to change anything. We'll just go on him there, just try and get some more damage off, pad our stats, and yeah, just going to instantly die. So, overall, we did what we could in this game, which wasn't a lot. They just got too far ahead in the top side, and too far ahead in the bot lane as well because of Jin's early game. So, yeah, just unfortunate overall, and wish I hadn't been auto-filled. Well, not auto-filled, but I wish I hadn't been put into support, but hey. That's just going to happen sometimes. I will give the honour to the Malzahar because he was, I feel like, trying the hardest. I feel like the Yi got a little bit tilted, the Jin was very tilted, and there's no way I'm giving it to the 2 and 14 Shen. So, yeah, just take a quick look at the graphs. As you can see, Pantheon just absolutely demolished the game. Pantheon is perhaps the champion I should look at banning, because he is the highest win rate in the game, I think, at the moment in solo lanes. I tend to ban Malphite, but you know, maybe I should just focus on banning the Pantheon, because it doesn't look like anyone can just sort of deal with it. But yeah, overall, very unlucky game, tried to do what we could, and yeah, just didn't work out this time. But I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and I hope you guys will stick around for the next one as well. Cheers.